We have a 6:30 cutoff, so.
Yes.
You're live, Wanda.
Okay, good evening, everyone. How are you on this nice cold evening? I hope you're all cleared out of your driveways and your stairs and all of that. So what I would like to do is I'd like to take attendance here and let us start with, I also have, Brandon, can you call the attendance for me for the members? Thank you.
Sure. Ms. Willingham,
Here.
Mr. Peter,
Here.
Mr. Clay,
Here.
Mr. Ray Joyce,
Here.
Ms. Lakakis,
Here.
Mr. Mayo,
Here.
Mr. O'Brien,
Present.
Mr. Bergdorf, and Mr. Grimm.
Here.
8 present, Madam Chair.
So I am missing Mr. Bergdorf.
That's correct.
Okay, all right then. Okay, good evening, and we are going to, can I also do this? Who do I have present to speak on the items?
Larry, it's here, Larry Slatky.
Madam
Mr.
Chair, Mike
Platsky?
McLaughlin's here.
And you got Tony DeLulla here, Madam Chairwoman.
Tony, okay. Do I
Madam
see Dave?
Chairwoman, this is Dave Riley.
Okay. All right, and I see Luke. Rogers is here. Okay. All right, then. What I would like to do, I see where Mr. Langdon is trying to connect in. What I would like to do tonight, we're on to current business, of course, and I'd like to go out of order and have Mr. Slatsky speak on his item first. So, Ms. Kennedy, can you read his item, please?
Sure,
And
Madam
the number?
Item 43 is amending resolution number 312 for 2018 as amended with Jersen Construction Group LLC regarding the renovation project at the Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing Center.
Mr. Slatsky?
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair, and for allowing me to present first. This is an amendment to the Jersen contract. If you remember, it's really almost, it's actually a year ago. We asked to lower. We
Hi,
asked
Mr.
to,
Bergdorf.
hi. We asked to lower the Jersen contract by $2 million, and that was a guesstimate so that we could purchase items outside of the Jersen contract agreement. As it turned out, we overestimated, and when we lowered the contract by $2 million, we really should have lowered it by 1.7. But again, this was a year ago, and they were really guesstimates. We're asking to restore 300,000 of the $2 million that we reduced that contract. This is still bond money, HNN 4, and we're asking to restore $300,000 that will go into the contingency for Jersen Construction. I want to point out that that this contingency was 3.5. We lowered it to 1.5, and this will bring it to 1.8. And that will be more than enough money to cover any outstanding items as we close out on this project that may be change orders that are on the table. It still is $1.7 million below the original contract amount that was given to Jersen.
Okay, before we go any further, I have a question in regards to Rule 11. Is number 43 part of the Rule 11?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what do we have to do as far as the Rule 11 is concerned?
Nothing, I don't believe. Just motion and second as normal.
Okay, so 41 through 44 are part of Rule 11, is that correct?
Yes, they are each Rule 11s.
Okay, all right. So now, are there any questions on number 43? Any questions of Mr. Slatsky?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Peter?
if there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion to move this.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion from Mr. Second, and a motion from Mr. Peter, and I got a second from Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Mr. Slatsky, and happy holidays.
Thank you very much. Same to you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good evening. All right, now we are going to go back to number one.
Number 1 is authorizing an agreement for the maintenance and support of the Cooperative Extension Association of Albany County for the year 2021.
Are there any questions?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Grimm?
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to vote yes, but I'm looking through all the literature. I didn't see any record of practical clear outcomes that they produced with this money from this year. And that's something I'd like to see, obviously in a lot of different places, but especially here because this isn't a standard department. If they could just give us some information as to what they actually accomplished in a clear, practical way with the money they got this year, that would be helpful in the future. Thank you.
Okay. That's no problem, Mr. Grimm. I'd have to get to Ms. Godlewski, who runs Cornell for us, but yeah, that's no problem.
Thank you.
All right, with that said, can I get a motion?
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Ms. Lapakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kennedy, number 2. Can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Sorry. Item 2 is amending resolution number 437 for 2020 regarding the conveyance of real property in the city of Albany.
So Madam Chairwoman, this was literally a transcription error on the parcel ID. All we're asking is to change the parcel ID number on previous legislation.
Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Peter.
I'd like to make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Ms. Lapakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. Ms. Kennedy, number 3.
Item 3 is rescinding authorization to convey real property pursuant to resolution number 439 for 2020 and authorizing the conveyance of 246 and 250 Elk Street in the city of Albany.
So Madam Chairwoman, this is to rescind the transfer to the land bank and to convey to Rethink Possible Initiative Incorporated. This follows our disposition plan to the T, so any questions either myself or Mr. McLaughlin can handle.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Peter.
there are no questions. I'd like to make a motion.
Second.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. Ms. Kennedy, number 4.
Number 4 is rescinding the conveyance of real property pursuant to resolution number 481 for 2017 and authorizing the conveyance of real property known as Street Road in the town of Knox.
Madam Chairwoman, this is similar to the last one. This is one that we had conveyed to the land bank before the town of Knox. Actually, the supervisor reached out to Mr. McLaughlin to see if we could transfer it to him as per our disposition plan. Properties should be discretionally conveyed by the county to other municipal corporations for government purpose.
I'd like to make a motion, Madam Chair.
Got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Second.
I got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 5, Ms. Ms. Kennedy.
Number 5 is authorizing agreements with the Capital Region Workforce Development Board and the Rensselaer County Department of Employment and Training for the provision of one-stop systems operator services.
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Mike McLaughlin with the County Exec's Office. This is kind of turned into an annual thing. It was originally just a one-year contract that the Workforce Development Board asked us to step into, but as you can see from the amount of money, it's not a significant sum, and so they've never been able to get an outside entity to do this work. So we'll continue, provided we get your approval, with our role as a one-stop system operator.
Any questions? If no
This is
questions.
it's a revenue generator, by the way. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Oh, thank you. So,
Madam Chair,
yes, Mr. Peter?
if there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Ms. Lapakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much, Mr. McLaughlin. All right. Ms. Kennedy, can I have number what are we on now? 5?
6.
6, I'm sorry, 6.
That's all right. 6 is authorizing the distribution of mortgage taxes for the period April 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2020.
So, Madam Chairwoman, this is the semi-annual distribution of mortgage taxes from the clerk's office. We do it twice a year. This is to distribute a little over $4.5 million to the towns, villages, and cities.
Okay, I understand that has been a moneymaker for many of our municipalities. Is that correct?
Yes, and this year it actually exceeded budget by a good amount for both the county and the municipalities. There's a lot of home sales.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And can I get a motion?
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Ms. Lakakis. Thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. And Ms. Kennedy, did we do number 5?
We did do number 5. Next is items 7 through 26, which are the town levies.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Peter.
I'd like to make a motion to group number 7 through 26 as they're all levies.
Great idea.
Can I get a second on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I've got a motion from Mr. Peter and a second from Ms. Lakakis to group items 7 through 26. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Kennedy, number 7.
I believe you need to vote on the motion itself.
Pardon me?
I believe you need to vote on the items themselves as well.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, all right. So we're not going to at least, all right. Who's here to speak on the on 7 through 26?
Me, Madam Chairwoman.
Who's me? Who's
Tony
me?
DeLulla. Tony DeLulla.
Oh, I can't see you. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So before we vote on them, I would like for him to speak on 7 through 26. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, so what we have here are levies and different charges that the towns are requiring or asking the county legislature to put on their warrant for collection in 2001. Water, sewer, and different charges that from their special districts for fire districts, water districts, that again, they want permission to place on the tax warrants. for
Off duty, yeah.
2021.
You're just like
Go ahead, Tony.
Yes, and that's pretty much it, Madam Chairwoman. These are all town resolutions.
All right. Can you tell us the municipalities? Can you just name them, please?
Oh, it's Burn, Bethlehem, Queens, Colony, Green Island, Guilderland, Knox, New Scotland, Rensselaerville, and Westerlo.
All right. Do I have any questions from any members? If not, I'll call now for the vote. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
I got a motion from Mr. O'Brien.
Second.
I got a second from Mr. Peter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. I think I do see the chairman coming on here. Just want to say good evening to him real quick. All right, number 27.
Number 27 is re-levy of unpaid school taxes.
Mr. DeLello?
Okay, so what that is the yearly authorization by the county legislature to re-levy unpaid town school taxes onto property tax bills that are going out January 1st of 2021.
If there aren't any questions,
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Number 28, Ms. Kennedy?
Number 28 is re-levy of unpaid village taxes.
Hey, Andrew.
Excuse me? Okay, so we're on number 28, and that is Mr. DeLello.
Okay, that, again, this is the follows suit with the school taxes. The county takes in unpaid village taxes, and we're asking the legislature to take these unpaid village taxes and place them onto the 2021 property tax bills.
There are
Madam
no
Chair.
questions?
Make a motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. Who'd I get that second from?
O'Brien.
Oh, and I got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, now is it 29 through 32?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to group 29 through 32.
Okay, my second.
I'll second.
Okay, I got a second from Ms. Lukakas. So I got a motion and a second to group items number 29 through 32. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay, all right. So now is this you also, Mr. Delela?
Madam Chairwoman, I don't see the numbers you see. I just see the resolution numbers. So somebody's gonna have to read to me what resolution we're on.
That is authorizing the levy upon the city of Albany property. Also the amount levied for unpaid water and sewer charges in the city of Albany. Authorizing the levy upon the city of Watervliet for various purposes, and amount levied for unpaid water and sewer charges in the city of Watervliet.
Okay, so those are requests for us to guarantee these levies for the cities that will be sending out property tax bills January 2021. These are the amounts that are listed in their budget for water, sewer, and property taxes.
Thank you. Are there any questions? If not, I'd like a motion.
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Second.
I got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 33.
Number 33 is amounts levied for municipal charges for various cities and towns.
Okay, those are different charges that are placed on the property tax bill, cleanup charges, demolitions, different items that the city code enforcement officer, or like the town of Colony code enforcement officer, assessed against property that they want to appear on the January 1, 2001 property tax bill. When we need authorization to place it on the warrant.
Okay,
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter.
I'll
Second.
second.
I got a second from Ms. Lukakas. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 34.
34 is adoption of the table of equalization for the assessment year 2020, county tax year 2021.
Okay, this table indicates how equalization works as far as full value for the properties, for the cities and towns in Albany County, where equalization was added because of a rate that required full value to add X amount. Also, a couple of the towns stayed the same, but this just shows you how the equalization rates affected each city and town.
No questions?
Motion, Madam Chair.
Got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Second.
I got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Number 35.
Number 35 is adoption of partial tax exemptions and amounts determined as the assessed valuation of real property as basis of equalization.
Okay, these numbers are the numbers before the full valuation is calculated. These are the numbers reported by the assessor's office of each city and town, which shows special franchises, exemptions, and other categories that are going into the assessed value used in the apportionment of county taxes.
No questions? I'm looking for a motion.
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. Number 36, Ms. Kennedy.
Number 36 is adopting county equalization rates for 2019 for the cities and towns within the county of Albany.
Okay,
Mr.
these
DeLello.
are- Yes, these are the rates that are prescribed by New York State to use in the apportionment of taxes for Albany County. It's for the 2019 assessment roll. Actually, it's for 2019, and it will be for the 2021 tax bills. I think we might have to fix that title to 2020.
Sure.
No questions?
Motion, Madam Chair.
Got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Seconded.
I got a second from Mr. Bergdorf. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Number 37.
37 is authorizing levies for debit and credit balances.
Okay, this resolution this year is all debit balances, which are additions to the county tax levy that was broken apart for each city and town. And these are refunds of taxes and other items that were shorted the county by these municipalities listed on this resolution. So we're adding it into their tax levy.
No questions? I need a motion. I got a motion from Mr. Peter.
Seconded.
I got a second from Mr. Bergdorf. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 38.
Number 38 is amounts levied for court-ordered refunds and county taxes.
This resolution indicates how much county tax was refunded by the county in a general capacity. And on here also is the amount of the county budget that lists for the tax levy. So we add the amount of court orders to that amount of county taxes listed in the budget. And that is the amount that gets broken apart for each city and town in the tax levy.
So if there's no questions, I need a motion.
Motion, Madam Chair.
I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. Number 39.
Number 39 is taxes to be appropriated and levied upon the several cities and towns in the county for various purposes and for special district taxes in the towns.
Okay, this is a culmination of all the tax rates that were verified with the cities and towns, and all the county rates that were calculated by the apportionment of taxes for the county of Albany. These are set by, again, verification with the towns and by the apportionment of taxes by Albany County.
Thank you. If there are no questions, I'd like a motion from Ms. Lakakis.
Yes, please.
Okay, I got a motion from Ms. Lakakis. I got a second from Mr. Peter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 40.
Approval of extension in tax rolls of form and amounts in tax warrants and authorizing their execution.
So this resolution approves the warrants to be sent out to each city and town so they can collect taxes on behalf of the county and themselves. This year will be dated December 31st of this year.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Okay, I got a motion from Ms. Lakakis. I got a second from Mr. Clay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. DeLello, and have a very Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
You too,
holidays. All
Tony.
right.
Take care.
Thanks,
Be
Tom.
safe. Be safe.
All right. Well, we're going on to number 41. Ms.
41.
Kennedy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, 41 is amending the 2020 Albany County budget, adjustment of negative lines.
So, Madam Chairwoman, this is just simple administrative adjustments. Normally, most of these would have been handled during the cleanup that the comptroller does when they're closing their books in the spring. We just looked at it, so we had an opportunity to clean the books up where we could, and threw these in to make everything a little easier.
Motion to move it.
I got a motion from Ms. Lakakis. I need a second.
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 I got a second from Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 42, Ms. Kennedy.
42 is amending the 2020 Albany County budget, early separation payment program.
So, Madam Chairwoman, this is another budget amendment. This ties specifically to the early separation payment that you authorized earlier in the year. All of the people that separated were given their $15,000 separation bonus. Many of those lines needed some money to make the lines whole. This cleans that up, takes care of that. Everything is still under the same terms as when we passed it. They cannot come back to county work for 3 years. The lines to remain empty in the department for a full year. And I think that's about it.
Oh, good. Do I have any questions from any members?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion from Mr. Peter. I got a second from
I got,
Ms. Lakakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Unanimous. Thank you very much, Dave. And now on to our last item of the evening is number 44.
44 is authorizing waiver of penalties for modified installment payment plans related to outstanding school tax bills issued in September 2020.
So, Madam Chairwoman, this is a bit of taxpayer relief due to the economic crisis that we're all currently facing with the COVID-19 pandemic. What this does is the school tax bills come over to the county at two different times during the year. The city school taxes come back to us at this time of the year. We re-levy them in January. The town taxes come later in the year in March. This is specifically to offer the normal county payment plan to people who missed their school tax bill solely in 2020 that's already come over to us. We will do another plan in the spring for the towns along the same terms. This would remove the 5% penalty that the county adds as soon as the warrant comes over to us. For those that pay their bill in full, it will be refunded on the back end of this.
And this is for Albany and Waterville, City of Albany and Waterville?
Albany, Waterville, and Cohoes school districts.
Oh, and Cohoes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And like I said, we'll do the towns in the spring. The numbers that came over were far higher than in normal years. So we can tell that there is an economic impact hitting our populace, and we're just trying to do something to help.
All right, thank you. No questions? Motion. I got a motion from Mr. Peter.
second.
I got a second from Ms. Kakis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. I want to wish everybody a
Thank
happy
you.
holiday, and I need to motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair, before you adjourn, I want to apologize for being late. I couldn't find the Zoom link, and I just want to make sure that I was marked present.
Yes, sir. And Miss Kennedy is shaking her head. Yes, you've been marked on present.
Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate it.
See you in a minute.
All right, I got my motion. I got a second. Isn't that right?
Yep.
All right. All right, Mr. Chairman, we'll be right with you. Okay.